Happy Wednesday, everybody. We are back together here with another video. And this is probably our fifth video we probably made on this Queen Cleopatra series that's going to be out on Netflix. Yeah, I believe it comes out like in a week. So we got a little bit of time. Rotten Tomatoes, no scores over there yet. But one group of people that are very, very upset about this is actually the Egyptians themselves. These Egyptians are rejecting Black Cleopatra. They don't like it because Cleopatra was not Black. It's pretty clear, right? Yeah. Well, guess what? The Egyptians are actually taking it up on themselves to actually create their own documentary. And guess what? They're going to make Cleopatra white. What do you think of that?
Well, at least they're following their history.
Yeah, they're definitely following the history. I mean, they do know the history. They know that Cleopatra was a Macedonian Greek. She wasn't a Black sub-Saharan African. You know? I mean, these people are really, really upset about that. And, I don't blame them because, that's kind of like a foreign government, let's say like in, I don't know, let's say like a country like Afghanistan or something made a movie or a documentary about Martin Luther King, except they made him white. That'd be pretty ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But look here. Netflix's Black Cleopatra docudrama prompts enraged Egyptian broadcaster to make his own Cleopatra doc in which she will be light-skinned. Oh, boy, man. These Egyptians, man, I got to give them credit, man. They have respect for their history. They definitely do. Let's read this. A government-owned Egyptian broadcaster has responded to controversy over the casting of a Black actress to play Cleopatra in the Netflix docu-series African Queens, which streams from May 10th, by announcing production on its own big-budget Cleopatra doc. So, is it already on there? I mean, today is May the 10th. I'll have to check later on then. But anyway, the fact that Britain's Adele James, who is a mixed heritage, plays the first century Egyptian ruler as a queen with African roots in the Netflix original produced by Jada Pinkett Smith has been sparking an uproar in Egypt. Ever since the trailer dropped last month, local academics and others are claiming that Cleopatra, who was born in the Egyptian city of Alexandria in 69 BC and belonged to a Greek-speaking dynasty, was of European descent, not Black. Well, that's truth. That's truth right there. She was not Black. In response to what they claim is Netflix's falsification of Egyptian history, the I'm going to mess this name up, Wahaka, I don't know, channel, which is a subsidiary of Egypt's state-affiliated United Media Services, has announced start of production on a high-end doc about the true story of Cleopatra, which it states in a statement is based on the utmost levels of research and accuracy. Now, one thing about the Netflix documentary, I believe that Jada Pinkett and the director, they're even saying, I believe, that this is not a historical documentary of Cleopatra. It's a reimagining of Cleopatra. You know what that means, right?
Yeah.
Race swapping. And it's definitely not going to be, I believe, not even close to being historically accurate.
Well, might as well, as I said, might as well like make it to like fiction.
Yeah, then that's essentially what it's really going to be, probably, is fictional.
But I mean, it's like to make it documentary, you can't do that because like documentary is based on, historical research.
Yeah, it's supposed to be based on facts.
If you change history, it's dangerous. I mean,
It is.
people need to understand the true side of their history, even though like there's some history that have bad time and good time, You still have to talk about
Still
it.
history.
Yeah.
You should be changing history to actually fit a narrative.
No.
That's the dangerous part of history. If you go out there, and Hollywood is getting bad at this, pushing narratives out there in movies, and especially in, historical things. What did Mr. Miyagi say in Karate Kid 2? Lie only become truth when people want to believe it.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that he said. Because Daniel's son was like, doesn't that bother you? Doesn't it bother you? He said, why should it? And he said, lie become truth only when people believe it. And I believe that Jada Pinkett Smith, Netflix, they're trying to push a lie to make people believe it. I mean, the woman in the trailer said that no matter what people tell you, Cleopatra was black. But the evidence is not there to support that lie. It's not even narrative. It's just a flat out lie.
Yeah, if you make a lie on documentary, it just, confuse, people and, around the world, not just, the younger generation,
Yeah.
So.
And the thing is, we got coins of Cleopatra. We have statues of Cleopatra. There's drawings. There's a drawing, I believe, in Pompeii of Cleopatra. We know that she was white. That's not enough for debate, Right here it says, Egypt's Supreme Council of Antiquities, the government entity in charge of heritage, has complained on Twitter that statues of Queen Cleopatra confirm that she had Hellenistic Greek features distinguished by light skin, a drawn-out nose, and thin lips. Yeah, like I just said, we have documented evidence of what she most likely looked like. She had like this hooked nose too. That's definitely not a black African feature right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. Now, did they say, I believe I read that they already had started production. No, they announced the start of production. So this thing is going to be getting off the ground. And I don't know where it's actually going to be shown at. I hope that that I'm able to actually see this documentary. And you know what? I'm probably going to watch the one on Netflix too, because I want to see what they actually do with Cleopatra. So I'm definitely going to have to check and see the Jada Pinkett Smith. Even though I disagree with the race swap, I want to see what they're going to do with this documentary. And I want to be able to compare it to history. So there's a possibility. May actually be making another video on this, talking about what they got right, what they got wrong,
Yeah, read the last paragraph.
Right here about, right here, the showrunner. Yeah. Look at this. This is an agenda by the showrunner here. Quote, why do some people need Cleopatra to be white? The show's director, Tina Gavari, wrote an op-ed defending the casting in Variety Online last month. Quote, perhaps it's not just that I've directed a series that portrays Cleopatra as black, but I have asked some Egyptians to see themselves as Africans, and they are furious at me for that. No, Egyptians do see themselves as Africans, but guess what? All of Africa is not black. And she asked, why do people need Cleopatra to be white? It's because she was white. You see, these people are activists.
Well, Egyptian has different skin color.
Yeah, they have all different skin colors. And you know what?
They call themselves Egyptian.
You know what? I was actually watching a YouTube video. I don't remember the channel because I'm not subscribed to it. But the channel was by an actual Egyptian. And they said that they don't see race the way we do over here. And she was saying that, hey, Egyptians, they come in all different colors. They do. And for the most part, they're mostly all light skinned for the most part. But even she said, yeah, Cleopatra was white. She was Greek. The Egyptians over there know that. But over here in America, we have to dumbify history, We have to make people believe a lie. And I believe this is very, very insulting to the Egyptians over there.
It is.
Because this is their history.
But it's also, if you, change history and let people believe in a lie, it's kind of like, it will, repeat, history, the bad side of history.
We're supposed
again.
to learn from our mistakes in history.
Yes.
If you start changing history, we're not going to learn from our mistakes.
No. We're just going to repeat the bad side of history again and again.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about this, guys. Production has started on Egypt making their own. I guess this is a documentary of Queen Cleopatra, and guess what? She's going to be white. They're going to get at least the skin color right. So if they can get the skin color right, chances are their documentary will be much more accurate than the Netflix documentary. Mm-hmm. Because how can we actually trust this Netflix documentary to be right if they can't even get the skin color right on Cleopatra? This is nothing more than propaganda. So that's pretty much it. You got anything else to add to this? Mm-hmm. No? Well, guys, thank you for listening. We'll be back on Friday with another video. Until then, be safe.
Goodbye.